Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy, and welcome to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country. This is a DLC expansion story from the main game that is available to you if you own the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 expansion pass. I want to mention right now that there are two options for experiencing this game. There is a more expensive physical version of this if you wish to own it on your shelf, and there is a digital release as well. Should you choose to go for the physical version, this varies by region, but at least in North America, new copies include download codes for all of the base game DLC. Meaning that you could pick this up first, pick up the base game later, and still have all the DLC intact. If you're going digital, you must have the base game first in order to play this. Torna the Golden Country is a prequel, and you could theoretically experience the stories in either order. I chose this order because this released later, and because this is going to spoil some pretty big stuff in the core game right away. Just casually dropping spoilers left and right, just so you know. As such, I'll be talking as though you know that story already. If the game's not gonna hold back, neither am I. There also may be some little things that you wouldn't understand in this story without experiencing the main game first. Nothing major, but I thought I'd bring it up. That is why the episode numbering at the bottom of the screen is going to stay the same even if this is a standalone game. With all that said, I hope you are ready to gain an even greater appreciation for the story of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and its characters. This is without a doubt the greatest prequel I have ever seen. This was originally planned to be a part of the base game, where I told you about how it was going to slot in between the cliffs and Land of Moritha. Unfortunately, it just needed more room to breathe, and they realized that it worked better as a standalone game, which means that unlike most prequels that are just excuse plots, this was being planned out alongside the main story and was being written at the same time. I think it'll become pretty clear just how well this connects everything and how it completes the overall package. Torna the Golden Country.
The year was 3564. The 107th Indoline Praetor, Rhodalis, had sent an armed expedition against the country of Sia. Its capital, Amranta, fell overnight and sank beneath the clouds, along with the rest of the Titan. The destruction of Sia shocked all the nations of Allrest. Officially, the act was attributed to a military alliance led chiefly by Indol and the emerging power of Mor Ardain. In fact, it had been the work of one blade, the Aegis, a man known as Malos. Said to be the architect's word incarnate. Back then, neither Laura nor myself knew how closely his fate would prove to be tied with ours in the days to come.
You're that eager to die? Then allow me to assist.
There's no end to them.
And it's not just the Vulcan ferret. Even the Baluffo's caught up in it.
Laura, can you smell it?
Huh. Ugh, it stinks like...
Yeah, no doubt about it. Blood. It's driving them crazy.
Damn, Laura, why'd you have to go kick that Volf nest? There won't be much opportunity to appreciate this battle theme, as a lot of early game fights are over way too quickly to hear the whole thing, so aside from the tutorials, I'm gonna be quiet and allow you to have a listen. Approach an enemy and press R to target them. With an enemy targeted, press A to draw weapons. A character with their weapon drawn will auto-attack.
These guys should be no problem.
With every auto attack hit, your art gauges will fill up slightly. This is called Arts Recharge. With the gauge full, press the corresponding button to use the art.
It bounced.
If you use an art, the precise moment an auto attack connects, you can cancel into the art without winding down from the attack. This is called action canceling. You can cancel arts into specials too, and by unlocking certain nodes on affinity charts, it becomes possible to cancel arts into other arts. A successful cancel will charge the special gauge more than usual, so it's worth learning this tricky technique if you want to maximize efficiency.
Pocket thorns!
I feel you.
Yeah, you've got this. Not working. Pocket thorns!
This is less than tenable.
A team is composed of a driver and their blades. The level, EXP, HP, strength, ether, agility, dexterity, and luck stats are common to all members of a team. In battle, a team is split between Vanguard and Rear Guard positions. The character in the Vanguard is the attacker, while the Rear Guard plays support. You, the player, directly control the Vanguard. The Rear Guard will attack and provide buffs automatically. A lot of things automatic, but that don't mean it's boring. It just means you can focus on doing other things like comboing stuff and looking cool. When you receive an attack, the damage you took will be displayed as a red bar, indicating recoverable HP. The damage is healed by using a Vanguard Switch, so effectively undoing the last hit that you took. The recoverable HP will drain over time. Performing Vanguard Switches whenever you can and keeping your HP high is the key to victory. When a team's HP reaches 0, they'll be incapacitated. If you can't continue the fight, you'll be returned to the last landmark you passed without any further penalties. I like this. I like it when healing is based into just simple good management of the battle system, and it's not really a thing that a dedicated character has to necessarily do. Once the rear guard gauge fills up in battle, you can press up or down to perform a maneuver called a Vanguard Switch. When you trigger a Vanguard Switch, the rear guard will move up to trade places with the Vanguard whilst attacking with their switch art. After the switch, and the new Vanguard's attack gauges will be full, ready to be used immediately. So using a Vanguard Switch is a good way to press an attack. And also to heal, that too. You can just do it all. We'll switch in Jin here, and cancel our art into the Vanguard Switch. We can do that as well. And looks like you are gonna be unlucky today. Special time! Cut him down. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Cursed Balufo. A special is a move that uses cooperation between the team members to great effect. Using arts will in turn charge the special gauge. This is called Special Recharge. When this gauge is full, you can press A to use a special. We're almost ready to do Chill Stroke once again. Actually, we can switch into Laura here, yeah. We can cancel into the Vanguard Switch, cancel out of it, get a lot of special recharge, and just let loose. That did not do a lot, actually. Looks like we're gonna be able to switch back to Jin before we get over to Laura. This battle theme, I have to say, it's a very beloved tune. I knew that a lot of people would want me to appreciate it at some point in this video. I have to say, I think it's good. It's not one of my favorite songs, though. I know that I'm not really making a lot of friends in this first episode with a claim like that. Oh, shoot, I skipped that. First here is a free special gauge to top you off so you can try using a level 4 special and admire Laura and Jin's flawless coordination. Level 4 time.
You may have turned the tide.
When using a special, a button challenge will pop up on screen. Press the right button at the right time as instructed, and the move's effect will be magnified. This tutorial is automatically better. It did not say multiply. That is not how it works. That's what it said in the base game. I like you already, new tutorial man.
Midnight Sun! Laura!
Thank you, Jin.
Well, we've got room for improvement.
Of what?
This fighting style. It magnifies our strength, sure, but it leaves us wide open. When the sword is in my hand, you're left defenseless.
What, you won't keep me safe?
Huh?
I'll keep you safe, always.
I'll keep you safe, always. You still remember that?
I've thought about it. Every day for these 17 years. I'll never forget it. The day you set me free from a life of misery.
I see.
The feature that the arrow is pointing to right now is the compass. The markers on it show you where Laura and her friend should go next. The number above each marker gives the distance to that objective. Also, if the objective is located above or below you, you'll see an arrow pointing up or down. Now the arrow is pointing to the environmental info. This gives you the name of your current area as well as the weather and the time. The minimap gives you an idea of what's around you. Pressing the left stick lets you change its zoom and size, and the marker in the center shows your position and facing. Lastly, your current objective window. This explains what Laura and company should be doing right now. Now, a piece of important advice. Did you see that notification that said new tips have been added? In this game, you can check previous tutorials for the menu! Woohoo! Finally, the bad tutorials are gone! The notification just now was to tell you that new options have been added into the menu. If you run into something you're unsure of while playing, go to main menu, system, tips, to see if it's been explained there. It's all I ever wanted. Yes, we have a tutorial menu. It can review things anytime we want. It's so good. Why did they never patch this into the base game? It would not have been hard. It's just text. It wouldn't have been so confusing if I could just review stuff, and if the tutorials were actually, accurate, but splitting hairs, they explained some things well, and I at least wouldn't have been as lost if I could just look at this stuff again at any time. Sorry, just very strong feelings about that. And as if that wasn't cool enough, Lazaria Woodland. Yes, that is cool. Where you are right now is a special kind of area known as a landmark. Allrest features 3 kinds of areas: locations, landmarks, and secret areas. You can instantly travel to any previously discovered landmark or secret area from the skip travel menu found in the main menu. I just want to talk about how cool this is, that Laura and Jin are the protagonists of this story. People that we are very familiar with, and we've seen little hints of their backstory over time, but I wouldn't really say that we know them super well. A lot of people felt like Jin's end in the main story was a little bit unsatisfying just because we didn't really get to see a lot of him. And I feel like this game fills that in quite well. There's not a lot that we can do in battle yet, unfortunately. I really wish that I had more to really say about these fights, but we only have 1 art each. We're gonna be kind of limited for a little while. I'm gonna switch target here and do Jin's level 1 special. Jin in particular is a super, super, super deep character in battle, quite interesting. And I feel like I wouldn't be able to do him justice until we've unlocked more stuff. There that goes. Laura, you come in. I just punched him in the face. Jin, you called Laura defenseless, saying that, when I have the sword, you can't do anything. Jin, have you seen her kick ass? I love the strong first impression that she makes, where she's just kicking wolves in the face and launching them back into trees. It's such a good first impression for her to make, because she's somebody that, we just kind of see frozen in ice. We don't know much about her. And it's wonderful that we're getting to see her now. She's also the oldest protagonist in the series, allowing us to kind of see things from a different perspective. These visuals are beautiful, I have to say. Lazaria Woodland also makes a strong first impression. Despite coming out only 9 months after the base game, they updated the graphics engine and it looks even better. Monolith, I want your hyperbolic time chamber.
What happened? Are you alone?
Looks like the only survivor. These burn patterns don't look like Malice's handiwork. Must have been humans. Looting and pillaging while the world burns.
Hey, it's okay. Would you like to come with us? You don't have to worry, really. We're all good people. Promise.
Can you walk? You can. Good going.
And your family? Were they there with you? Should we go back and...
Mikhail.
Hmm?
My name is Mikhail.
Oh, right. I'm Laura. And he's...
I don't have a family. I was sold to this village from Estem. So I'm all alone.
I see. Right then. Starting today, we're going to be your new family. We'll take you back to our friends and...
You people? You're strangers. You don't have to pretend to care.
You don't beat around the bush, do you? He's gonna be a handful, this one. Though really, I was just the same once. Very well. Friends first, then, not family. How's that sound?
Laura,
What's up?
I'll scout the area. Look after him.
Oh, of course. Be careful. And Jin.
I know.
What was that you said, Baldric?
The Sean capital of Omrantha has fallen. Or rather, it was annihilated. Praetor Redalis.
So it has come to pass after all.
Respectfully, you aren't much of an actor, Eminence. It appears you are not surprised at all. We heard disturbing rumors circling among the Magisters. Amalthus, whom you recently elevated to Quester? People wonder if this calamity has anything to do with that man's blade. With such extraordinary power, is it really wise to,
No matter whose power affected it, it is sure to serve the greater glory of Indal. The architect will surely be pleased.
Eminence, do you believe it can be controlled?
If it cannot, I will let him take the blame. I have spoken. Thank you for your report, Magister Baldric. You may return to your duties.
This looks like a good spot to set up camp. Yeah, I'll start preparing the food. Oh wow, you're a star, Jin. What do you reckon you'll make? Let's see now. I should be able to get my hands on a few choice ingredients around here. If we can find some Torna trout, deviled onions, and sour avocados, I could stew them together. You like trout straw, right? It's absolutely divine. You'll join us for a bite to eat, won't you, Mikhail? I guess. Perfect. Then let's set to work and hunt for those ingredients. All 3 of those things should be easy to come by around here. No need to travel off the beaten path. I love being insufferably upbeat whenever someone else is being a grumpy pants, Laura. What you're looking at right now is a collection point. Check here to uncover collectible items. You'll find collection points all over All Rest, and each area will have its own selection of items to discover. Also, there are some collection points where you can use Blade's field skills to find special collectible items that you couldn't get otherwise. The collectibles that you find are sure to come in handy during your adventure, so if you come across a collection point, be sure to check it out.
This is becoming addictive.
After one time, that's how you know it's good. Collection points now show the specific type. That one was labeled vegetable and even had the icon visible from afar. It's nice not running over to a collection point that isn't what you need and not knowing that it wasn't what you needed until you already got over there and checked it and went through all the field skill checks and all that crap. I appreciate this change quite a lot.
Aren't we intrepid?
Stuff also spawns way quicker too. So this is Porton Village. Porton Jin.
There's something here.
We can now play as the Blades anytime that we wish, even out on the field. Doesn't matter if you're in battle or not. Another change that I greatly prefer. And while we're on the subject of just telling this game what a long dick it has, they further optimize things quite nicely. I usually edit out a lot of load times and cutscenes to keep things flowing smoothly and get like timing good and stuff. I didn't have to do that for that cutscene. There was no load times in that cutaway to Indal or on the cut back. It was just instant. How do you do it, guys? A team of like 50 people made Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and in 3 years. I don't get it, man. Indigo Slate Piece. We've picked that up, and that'll be important for later. And I'll take this. This also shows the yellow color shows if it's got a better chance of giving rare items. There we got a lot of rares out of that. So yet another way that things are convenient and save you time over collecting in the main game. I think that we've got a lot of stuff. So I'll head back to camp. Ah, this water, this cloudy day. It's such a good time to make camp. Right, let's sit. We've got our ingredients. Fire's nice and toasty. I think we're all set for the night. We sure take a long time to sit down, though. Jin, would you mind making a start on the cooking? I'll get right to it. The Blade's doing the cooking. Got a problem with that? Yeah, what do you got against frozen food, huh? Better Jin than me. If I were in charge, I'd probably end up losing a limb peeling the veggies. Oh, God, Lord. I chopped my finger the other day for the first time while cooking, and it still hurts. It's not all one-sided, though, Laura. It's not all one-sided, though. Laura has her own talents, like making charms. That I could never do. Right. We'll make up for each other's strengths and weaknesses. Blade or driver, no one has to shoulder all the burden. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna start on the trout straw loop. It won't take long. While at camp, we have multiple things that we can do. Specifically, Fireside Chats first up. These cannot be reviewed, and you'll get notifications whenever there's a new one, so enjoy them while they last. Laura, about that battle earlier. I know, right? We were phenomenal. You're trying to do too much. Oh, what? I thought you were gonna praise me. I'm only trying to draw out your full power, Jin. You know that. That's fine, and I appreciate it. What I'm saying is, please don't put yourself at risk, Laura. We've been together a long time, haven't we, Jin? Ever since I touched your core crystal as a little girl and we became bonded forever as driver and blade. Yeah. It's a bond closer than blood, I think. That's part of the reason why I want to help you too. See you grow and be there for you. That's beautiful, Laura. But you're a driver and I'm a blade. Blades protect their drivers in a fight. It's the natural order of things. Especially since we don't need to worry about being wounded as long as the core crystal stays intact. While I, on the other hand, am just a human. When a driver dies, their blade returns to their cores. That's why you want me to be more careful, right? Exactly. Right, I get it. Well, it's not like I want to make you anxious in the middle of a fight. Okay, I promise not to overdo it, and if things start to look bad, I'll be sure to switch out for you. That would be great. Thanks. I'm counting on you then. You know I'd never let you down. He's tough, but he cares. We have another Fireside Chat available immediately. Hey, Jin, can you take care of the cooking? Yeah, Jin, what are you doing? Sure. I think I can contrive a decent trout strawloo out of the stuff we gathered. Awesome. I can really do with a proper meal right about now. Shouldn't be too long. It's just throwing shade at us for just wanting to have Fireside Chats. We go into crafting, and Laura
Let's get down to business.
Starts with the ability to make 5 different items. The cotton charm can be made now, and you will see the collectibles on screen for that. Whereas the others are collectibles from areas that we have yet to go to yet and are types that we cannot collect. Home cooking.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
Jin starts with a lot of different items that he can make. The deviled baguette can be made now. Lucky colorful salad can be made now. Nothing else available, so we're just gonna make the trout strawloo out like good little boys.
It came together nicely.
How sad. That village, I mean.
It is.
That blade, Malos. He didn't do that, did he?
The towns raised by the Aegis were completely obliterated. I plan to inform the mercenaries of this.
How could a person do something so awful?
Anyway, you should rest now. We should be able to meet up with Hayes tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I wonder if she's found any leads on Mother. I hope so, anyway.
I'll prepare food, then rest up.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thanks.
That really hit the spot. You know, I really can't think of anything better than waking up to Jin's cooking. Scrumptious. Mikhail knows what's up. You scarf that down quick. Want seconds? Mikhail, relax. He's not gonna bite you. Don't let the whole moody thing fool you. He's genuinely concerned about you. Moody thing. Look, if there's anything you need, just tell us, all right? Nuh-uh, I'm fine. Really. Okay, I hear you. Listen, I know Jin can seem a bit scary, but he's really very gentle. You'll get used to him. I just need to clean up here, then we can move out. Feltley can't be far now, can it? Or we're meeting up with Hayes? That's right. There's still a way to go, but if we keep to the road, it won't take long. Certain places out in the wild allow you to make camp. The 3 things you can do at a campsite are resting, crafting, and chatting. Rest, use bonus EXP to level teams up. Craft, use collectibles to make items. Chat, speak with allies for advice on how to proceed. As you can see, camps are places of preparation and growth. When entering a new area, it's worth scouting out the next campsite first. Crafting is one of the actions available when camping. It expends collectibles to create pouch items, as well as valuable unique items with particular properties. As your adventure progresses, you can obtain more recipes to expand your crafting repertoire. For example, by completing quests or raiding treasure troves. Pouch items can be set inside a driver's pouch to empower that driver's team for a fixed duration. You can always create more by crafting them at a campsite, so use them as much as you can, for instance, when preparing for a difficult battle ahead. I actually want to go back and rest at the camp again. We're just gonna make Hayes wait a whole extra day because we're like that. There is another Fireside Chat available immediately that's easy to miss. I had to do so much checking after every little story beat to find every one of these, and I think I have done it. I really hope we'll be able to join up with Hayes soon. Whoa, throwing shade! It isn't far to Feltley now. In fact, we should be there in no time as long as we stick to the path. I wonder what Hayes will think of Mikhail when she sees him. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. Don't worry, Mikhail. Hayes is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. I'll be fine. And because we didn't actually show resting before, we can level up already. This is tied to discovering new locations, completing side quests. You can cash in that experience if you so wish. I probably won't be making much use of this until near the end. As we get started, I want to go into the menu, it's quite beautiful, and show that Jin, on his affinity chart, wants to defeat 4 Arlo Capybas in the secluded Boneway in Torna, etc. It'll show you one place where you can find an enemy, etc. kind of indicates that, well, of course, there's other places you can find it. Arlo Capybas are right outside of town. Oh, there's a treasure trove there. I was like, what is that? I just couldn't tell what it was for a brief second. Ah, looks like you found a treasure trove. I didn't know it. You'll discover troves of many shapes and sizes as you journey across Allrest. Some of them might be locked, so you won't be able to get the goods unless your blades have the right field skills. But it's always good to check first.
The suspense is killing me.
Ooh, we got a rigid vest. That is our first accessory. By equipping that, we can increase max HP by 2. I already had a better one. Okay. All right, well, I'll take a max HP buff over nothing. And let's get into fighting this Arlo Capyba as we go over Laura! She uses a new weapon class, the Braid. This whip has good AoE on it, and she's all about using statuses. She can cancel attack to raise more. She has good driver combo access by being able to use break early in a fight. We all know why that's good. Once we break in, we switch into Jin, and we inflict the enemy with topple automatically. While they're toppled, we'll go bum 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 bum, and there that goes. We'll switch back into Laura, and that does it.
Aren't we intrepid?
There I picked up Emergency Guard 1, and that makes me want to show off Aux Cores. Jin has got 2 Aux Cores. My, how underwhelming. Aux Cores come in pre-refined states. I appreciate this so much. It just trims out so much of the fat from getting equipment. Makes things move a lot quicker. Less time hitting menus, more time hitting stuff. What I'm gonna do now is stick around this area and pick up a few more items. I was hoping to be able to craft everything that these two are able to make, because they're quite worth getting right now, and I just barely miss the requirements for them. I'll meet you back at camp after I've picked up a few things. There's even several collection points that have appeared up the road that were not there on our first visit. We had to learn what a bug was first, okay? The organic charm, or sorry, the cotton charm.
And we're done.
We're done. And the organic charm, we're gonna need a vibrant Flamea wing for. As for Jin, I already mentioned how we can make the deviled baguette.
It's ready.
Lucky colorful salad.
It came together nicely.
And nothing else. Make those all caught up. Pouch items, we got one of these, and Mikhail didn't eat his trout strawloo. I still have it in my hand. I hope he's not faking any other vital functions. Here we go.
You knew I'd like this, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I looked at a walkthrough. I wrote it. I know you from another life, Jin. It sounds crazy, but this is going to be a surprisingly common concept in your life going forward, trust me. There's no need to hunt for those Arlo capybas because they are everywhere along the road on the way. As long as you're checking affinity charts regularly, it shouldn't be that hard, actually, to keep on top of things. We can see a big old flap of the Titan right above us.
Enemy in our dust.
Shoryuken! I feel so bad just uppercutting this guy. Oh, level 2 key affinity reward. Jin's already ready to start learning some new skills. No, not that. Go!
I feel half the battle is living to fight another day.
That's cool. I like that a lot. Can't attack from behind. I could finish an enemy and use Hail Strike 10 times, that being his level 1 special. He wants to use meat, and he wants to use his crafting skill. We'll get into this as we get into that. I'll take you, though.
Intrepid.
As our trust goes up, so too does our auto attack stat, as usual. Nah, I was gonna beat its ass. Literally. As you've probably noticed, the bridge is out ahead. It's an obstacle, but not an insurmountable one. Using a blade's field skill might provide a solution. Check out that withered tree up ahead and witness Jin's field skill at work. Incidentally, if you'd like to know more about it, you can check Jin's field skills by going to main menu character. There are many places in the world of All Rest where you'll need field skills to proceed. Even if an obstacle seems impassable at first, it's worth getting a bit closer to see if you can do something about it. You know what? Actually, no, I did not. No. I was trying to hit down to no. I wasn't trying to gracefully toss a rock at it. I was trying to hit down to switch to Jin. I was pointing out because this enemy is non-aggressive, we could do a first strike from behind, getting worked up for his skill. That's one situation where attacking with Jin first might be a good idea, just temporarily. Woo! A lot of damage there. Topple an enemy, follow up with a special. It's how you Jin.
With all my might.
Is this tree really a Titan's hangnail? That is, oh god, that is so painful looking, actually. I didn't know what a hangnail was called for a lot of years. I always called it a finger needle.
Can we use this?
I made up a lot of my own words for things that I didn't know had words. I fell down and found a treasure trove as well as a friendship ring off of the enemies down here. And a fang chip, yes! Our first example of a core chip. With this, I could raise Jin's critical rate up to 31%? You betcha. And he gets 69 auto attack. It's almost like they planned it that way, knowing that you'd probably be at rank D. The friendship ring gives more HP when reviving a teammate. Not something that I'm actually going to see immediate benefit from, but I'll take it just so I don't forget to put on a second accessory. Because who knows, might come in handy someday. The swift sword play, I ask, what did this tree ever do to you, Jin? And we'll move onward. Oh, this place.
There's something here.
It's so nice seeing this again. Torna's probably the game in the series that I've played the least amount of time, so I look forward to seeing so many parts of it again. If you try targeting all sorts of enemies, you'll occasionally encounter ones whose target icon looks different from that of normal enemies. We call those unique monsters, and they're a little bit special. Unique monsters are much tougher than the regular kind. Even the strongest drivers in All Rest often have trouble with them. So if you take down a unique monster, you'll surely earn the respect from people all over All Rest. That said, they're not a challenge for the faint-hearted. You'll want to make sure you're prepared if you plan on surviving the powerful attacks they often wield. If you defeat a unique monster, a tombstone will remain at the site where it fell in memory of its legendary life. Some even say that if you press A at the tombstone, the monster will rise from its grave and reclaim its former glory, allowing us to, fight it again and get the rewards over again. I'm gonna go ahead and pause really quick just to make sure that I've really done everything that I can to prepare, because I'd like to do this. Can't really do any skills yet. Oh, I don't think I can take him, but I do have someone else that I'd like to fight. Where are you? You're around here somewhere. I know you're here. Yes, there is a level 9 Balufo up there, and I think I could maybe level up off of this and then take it. We're gonna have a long fight here for a second, though, so I think this would be a good time to attack from the back and go over Jin! Violent strength that strikes fear. He is a new weapon class, the Nodachi! Technically, we've seen it before, after, you know what I mean. Thank the architect, an ice blade who is actually good. We have needed this for so long. Ice was such an underrepresented element, and finally we have somebody who is both not only cool, but also good. Need to get that HP potion. Turn over. He does a ton of damage and has no trouble doing so, making him easy to wield. He's usually who you'll want to be controlling because he's such a strong fighter. Laura's good for her situational effects, and knowing when to switch and take advantage of that is what it's all about. I would say Jin is about passive buffs that are almost always active due to the ease of activating or being unconditional. Woo! Level up! Yeah! We're turning it around! You thought I was doomed, but no! I knew what I was doing! I switch into Jin and he just gets bopped upside the head. This is an easy fight. Yeah, there we go. Level up in the middle of a fight to get instant healing. It lets you do some pretty hype stuff at low levels, and I like it a lot. We've unlocked some new arts for Laura as well as Jin. Good. I'll take this mineralogy. Oh, he's getting a lot of skills, actually. Definitely want to check on that so I can take full advantage of that for the real tough fight up ahead. Good.
Let's use it wisely.
Getting into Jin's battle skills. Oh boy, let me tell you about his battle skills. Transmigration increases damage every time a Vanguard Switch happens within the same battle. It's easy to stack this, and he'll just do it from playing normally most of the time because you'll want to go to Laura for some of her effects. So no need to even think about it to take advantage of this insane damage. Full Resonance. Higher damage done and less damage taken at max affinity. Again, you're doing that anyway in every fight. Building up to that gold thread is the goal. This even gives him some tanking ability. Mind's Eye is a third unconditional skill, raising critical damage, period. Oh, and because he has to be the shining star at everything, he has the highest natural critical rate in Torna, maxing out at about 81%. His specials also have damage boosts that just sort of happen. I'll get into these at a later time because I can't really showcase his specials well in these fights that are that short, but just know that his level 1 rewards standing behind the enemy, as does one of his arts. His level 2 plays off of his topple art and should be used to follow that up.
Leave it to Laura.
Got up to level 6 by clearing out some of the trash mobs in the area. There's a red chest up there behind this big old Balufo that I want to try to get. If you can take it, it's quite worth it. We've also learned some new arts in the process. Jin has Star Slash, which inflicts Pierce, effectively ignoring defense. Another good damage effect, and Laura got Spinning Wheel. This is an AoE attack, so it will grab the attention of an entire mob, but at least has aggro down as an effect, so if a tank is grabbing aggro, you know, you might get one of those. Could be good. The Beluvo's got Rock Dunk there, making it so that he launches himself. I couldn't inflict Break on it, likely due to its higher size and higher level. Thank you for that, Laura.
Don't be so reckless.
If I don't do it, no one will.
Oh man, come on, break it. Oh, I didn't even need to break it, it just broke. Balufo Beast Meat and a red chest.
Better be good.
Generally they are. That gives a rigid vest. I already had one of those, didn't I? It's worse than what I already had? Why was I so keen on getting this? Why did I write down that I want this? Did I think it'd be funny to prank myself or something? Jin's weapon, being called the Nodachi, is found in the unused text files for the base game, so it was established even that far back what his weapon was going to be called, and it came true in this one. Thanks to hackers for giving us all that sweet lore. In fact, actually, I want to praise the Xenoblade community for being so good about spoilers. I've never seen a community that's so good about it. I've told you about numbering the party members in casual conversation, so that no one will find out who is a party member from just talking. But despite this, I learned recently that hackers were fully a fluffy hat for Jin. Oh, that sounds adorable. I could imagine Laura just sewing that for him and putting it on his head just so he does that. A lot of things that were in Torna the Golden Country, or even in the DLC for the base game, such as Shulk being a party member, that there were hints of that in the code from launch, where there was placeholder text for that kind of stuff. And the community was super good about it. Even though hackers found it, they didn't really post their findings or any of that. It was mostly relegated to private Discord servers where people would naturally be talking about spoilers. I gotta praise them. Not a lot of communities are like that. I mean, the Danganronpa fandom doesn't know the meaning of the word spoilers. I mean, heck, they cosplay walking spoilers at conventions, for God's sake. Not throwing shade, not throwing shade. I know. I'm not like saying like, oh, the fandom ruins everything. I'm not talking about. Oh God. Sorry, sir. I think Danganronpa is awfully great. We don't need to fight.
I suppose.
After that fight, we can pick up a Dawning Slate piece. That's our second one that we've seen, which means a new type of collectible that we're gonna need to be on the lookout for. 2 down, lots to go. Man, I play around in here so long that it's already almost nighttime again.
This is an unfamiliar. Can
Nice
we use
one.
this?
The secluded Boneway is home to many Arlo Capybas, allowing us to cap off Jin's skill.
Here we go again.
There must be some use for this.
Decided to switch Jin over to damage heal. Emergency Guard's not gonna help him that much with such a meager block rate. It doesn't even raise it by that much. Take this money, don't wanna be poor no longer. And as we make it through the trees, Cropwoods of Yorn. Sounds like a D&D location or something. Oh God, Caterpile's just caterpiling on top of us.
Looks like Hayes isn't here yet. What the? This should be the village of Feltley.
It's almost like glass. Rumor among the mercs says that's the hallmark of the Aegis.
But why would he do this?
Look out!
Jin!
It's nothing. Let's go.
Battle in the skies above! Oh, yeah! So, funny story. My first time hearing this song in memory was this. It was the first time that I heard the song and was actually paying attention to the music. I wasn't aware that this was in the base game at all, and it bothered me so much when I was looking up the OST for Torna that I could never find this song, because I wanted it so badly. I just thought it was the Tornan boss music, and I'm so happy that it got repurposed into a place where people would actually hear it. It needed this so much. Oh yeah, the big giant robot that's trying to kill us. Gargoyle is immune to blowdown and knockback. It is mere combo fodder though. You should be inflicting it with break, switching over to Jin, doing his level 2 special, rinse and repeat. I hope I'll barely get this in time. Topple, good. Level 2.
Come on!
And look at that, almost gone already, which means we're not gonna hear the good music anymore. It's Xenoblade, there's good music every 5 seconds.
This is no normal monster.
Not an Ardanian Titan weapon either.
Maybe it's Malice's.
Get down, you two!
Holy...
That was a close one.
Looks like Malos's artificers are still roaming around.
So it was.
Hey. Wait a minute.
The Emblem of Torna.
You are Jin, right? Wow, I can't believe it. I came all the way out here, and who do I say but the paragon of Torna and his driver? You're so young. That core crystal was stolen 17 years ago. Quite a feat to pull off that heist at that age.
Are you going to arrest us? Execute us?
I don't know yet. I did just save you after all.
Oh, how magnanimous.
Laura, there's no point in talking.
Have it your way.
Adam and Mithra! What's bizarre is that Mithra is counted as her own separate enemy, which isn't usually the case. The blade usually sits in the back and is not targetable. Back in them days, we killed blades like it was nothing. They were tough back then. The kids nowadays don't have an appreciation for the finer things in life, like violence. Gonna build up my special here. I think I'm gonna switch to Laura, actually. I really should be opening fights with her. I just wasn't on her because I was working on Jin's skills early in battle, and he didn't have any other way of attacking from behind. We're gonna use Break. What was that move just now? Why, Break. It is the essential for doing absolutely anything. He's on the ground. We go for his level 1 and finish him off. We know his heart's still beating because Mithra's here. Not for long. They're both light elements. In particular, we don't really have the ability to take advantage of elemental weaknesses. Wow, she did not. Shit. With just 2 switches, he was doing that much damage.
Wait just a minute.
Chopped her down like the butter her hair is.
The hell are these two? They're just a driver and blade. Where's this strength coming from?
Well, he is the Paragon of Torna.
I've had enough.
What? No. There's no need for you to...
You!
What?
Incredible! You! Both of you!
Huh?
That last attack, the force behind it was absurd. I'm amazed.
Oh, really? Well, that's just...
Oh, and passing the weapon. What a concept! How did you ever come up with that idea?
Oh, well... We were broke.
Huh?
We couldn't afford meals, let alone another sword. And so we made do.
You're kidding. Oh man, you guys are the best. I haven't laughed this hard in ages.
Huh?
I really, really like you two.
Master Adam! Sir!
Milton!
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Master Adam, are you hurt at all?
Master Adam? You can't be the Adam Origo.
The Lord of Aletta, and 4th in line to the throne of Torna.
Oh, come on, Milton. I've been with him the whole time. You really think these two would cause any harm?
You've been using your dumb artifice again, haven't you?
Dumb?
So yeah, sure, nothing to worry about, right?
Milton? Who's this then?
Ah, this is Hayes. She rescued me from the jaws of some nasty monsters.
Well, I'd better give her my thanks.
Hayes!
Oh, was she with you?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, my lady.
I see. So that's when... What a sad, sad tale, Nora.
Oh, here we go again. Don't let it get cold now.
So then, how come you've enlisted with a band of mercenaries?
I guess I like the freedom. This way I'm not tied down. So I can help out. With causes I really believe in, you know? Going's tough everywhere you look these days, right? I can't ignore it, can I?
I understand.
Fat load of good that'll do, in the long run. The world keeps turning anyway.
You might think that. But mercenaries and statesmen each have their own views and ways to effect change. It's not in vain.
A blade siding with humans. You don't see that every day.
I think it's blades like you that are rare.
Well, duh. You do know what I am, right?
Lacking in compassion.
Huh?
Blades like you really are a rare sight. That may be for the best.
So, about Jin. I suppose you have to take him away from me.
I could try to slay you right here.
But?
But my mission is to stop the Aegis's destruction. To subdue Malos, not to seek out lost trinkets. Who cares about paragons anyway?
Huh?
How about you two join up? Lend us your strength. You're incredibly powerful. There's loads I want to pick up from you, like that trick from before. Let's see. We'll say I found the paragon on my journey and decided to entrust him to you. To help with Malos. Well, sound plausible?
That's just...
How dare he speak to me like that? He thinks he knows me.
Course is the word.
Yeah, he is.
I meant you.
Me?
He meant you're unpolished. After you return to your core, you lose your memories. However, as you gain experience with people, gradually the nature of a blade, rather their feelings, they change and grow. You become more and more human. But you purposely keep yourself apart.
Oh, so now it's my fault?
No, not at all. I respect that part of you.
Um,
Hey, are you angry? About this whole Malos thing?
I'm not. Whatever happens, I'll protect you. Be sure of it. We cannot simply ignore what's happening in the world. But
what?
please say you'll be careful.
I will. Your Highness,
Just Adam is fine. What is it?
the going after Malos thing. Could it wait a few days?
Oh, is there something you need to do first?
Well, yes.
You see, Lady Laura seeks the whereabouts of her mother. Unfortunately, she has her mercenary duties to perform. Therefore, I often go out and conduct these searches myself.
I see. Then you found her?
Yes. With all that happened yesterday, I did not have the opportunity to say. My lady, your mother is currently residing in a small hamlet called Torrigoth.
Torrigoth.
That's on the edge of Gormott. Ardanian and Cian forces clash out there frequently. It's very dangerous.
Indeed.
Right. No time to waste. Let us head out there.
What? But what about your mission?
You don't want to see your mother?
Of course, but...
Then let's go! Malos hasn't hit that part of the world yet. It's as good a place as any to look.
You're hoping we might find him there?
Exactly.
That sounds too easy.
We go to the village of Torrigoth to find Malos. And you go to Torrigoth to find your mother. Everybody wins.
And once I found my mother, I join up with you?
That's the general idea. I'll send my people to notify your mercenary friends. And perhaps we could find a place for your mother in the capital. It should be safe there.
Is this normal princely behavior?
You think this is bad? Just stick around for a bit.
Nobody's, like, making you come along, you know.
Well, unfortunately, a driver and blade are one in body and soul.
As if you don't do whatever you feel like anyway.
I know this is all very sudden. Still, we don't know where we'll run into Malos next. It makes sense to stick together, as much as we can.
Isn't that... No mistaking it. That's the blade. And that little brat, too. Aye, it's Bluefist. Yeah, the whole village was wiped out. Found myself some great cool crystals, eh? And I found something else too, something real interesting. Uh-huh. Give me some time to take care of this, okay? I'll be in touch.
Ha! Fate's a funny thing. Never thought I'd get to take back that paragon. What I stole in the first place.